I think we should probably start with the Darwin situation, right? Because that's one of the latest developments. So look, I guess you're going to want to know my take on what's going on with Darwin Nunez and what happened in that game last night between Colombia and Uruguay in the aftermath of it. Look, I think it's important in these type of situations that, one, we make sure that everybody involved is safe, because firstly, when you go to a game of football, whether you're a fan, a family member, anybody else, you want to be safe, you want to be secure, and we need to ask questions about the security and about football in general. We've seen at the Euros even, youngsters getting onto the pitch to run up to Ronaldo, and look, whilst we all understand that situation, this time it's a youngster, in the future it could be anybody, so that's the first thing we need to discuss. Now, I don't want to judge or support or do anything to anybody until we know all the facts of the case. What I will say is, if it was my family and I felt like they were being threatened, and I would say most people in our community would want to stand up for their family. So we have to take what Uruguay and the players have said at face value for the moment while the investigation is underway. And Darwin at this moment in time, of course, has my full support. It was worrying, it was disturbing, and it was not a nice situation for football in general. So I think the club are doing the right thing. They're gathering the facts. They're first making sure that Darwin and his family are all okay and well, and go from there. We can't rush to judgment. We can't rush to ridicule. This is one of those situations where we really do just need to know the full situation before we make our decisions or before we make our outcomes. For me, though, as I said, protecting your family, friends, loved ones, that's a no-brainer. And if that is the case, then absolutely we will stand by Darwin. But we need to wait for the full results to come out of this investigation. But it isn't a great look for football, and that's what I will say. It's a shame that these things happen, and I'll leave it with the authorities to sort out. We do have a statement just been sent to me this very second. Said the disciplinary committee of CONMEBOL has opened an investigation to understand the sequence of events and the responsibilities of those individuals in the acts of violence that occurred at the end of the match between the national teams of Uruguay and Colombia. On the eve of the final of the Copa America, we want to reaffirm that no action will be tolerated and tarnish this global football celebration, which involves both the players and the fans present in the stadium, and which will be watched by hundreds of millions of viewers worldwide. It's unacceptable that an incident like this turns passion into violence. Therefore, no behaviour that harms the sporting competition and the most beautiful spectacle in the world, which belongs to the entire football family, will be tolerated. That is a statement from CONMEBOL there, the authorities behind the Copa America. So look, I will leave it at that until we have more facts at hand, because it's not up to me to judge. It's not up to me to say who's guilty and who's innocent. We will see what plays out. But as I said, everybody should be able to go to a game of football and come home safe. That is the top priority in this situation.